That I caught that in there. Hey, what's up, Rick Knight? Meduzi here on 801 Ring Talk, and we are interviewing Rick Knight tonight. What's good? How you doing?
Nothing, just relaxing, taking it easy until the show.
Well, so do you have like a specific time when you cut yourself off from working out before a show, or do you work out every day, or like what's your protocol?
When I'm going into shows, I train pretty hard for a good week or two before, but I like to work on my cardio and you know just a week or two before the show, and then I let myself rest, and then go in there and whoop ass.
Nice. So, how long have you been a pro wrestler, and when did this all start?
For me, 2012, I started with a company in Utah called War Wrestling Alliance of the
Oh,
Rockies.
oh, nice.
Um,
Are they still around? War?
not that I know. I haven't heard anything from them.
Either.
I still have my tag title from War.
Okay. What title is
So,
that? The Rocky Mountain Champion or
tag team. I was
the
one half of the Rocky Mountain Tag Team Champions in War. Then me and my partner, the Ringmaster Thanatos, we were the two-time EPW Tag Team Champions in EPW.
Oh, damn. That's cool.
Oh yeah,
Congrats. Congrats.
that's
So
just Utah.
that's just Utah. Have you traveled to other places or been in other
I've
companies?
been to Washington. Oregon's a place I'm looking at. I'm from California originally, so I definitely want to get down to California and do some stuff down there.
Okay.
Um, I was a former Potato Bowl and Idaho heavyweight champion as well.
Nice. So
Yeah.
a lot of work. When did your training start? Like,
For me, I started, well, I started off doing collegiate wrestling from middle school through high school. And then after high school, I got linked up with a couple of my friends that would go down to Utah. And so I just kind of showed up to help out and whatnot. And then one thing led to another, and rest is history.
so you're from Idaho then? Or
Yeah.
you live in
Originally, I'm from
Idaho?
California, but I live in Mountain Home, Idaho, about 30 minutes away from Boise.
Oh, pretty. I bet that's nice.
Sometimes
Uh,
in the middle of nowhere.
really, so really small town. Are there
Oh,
any
yeah.
venues out there? Do you have?
Mostly in like Boise, Meridian, Nampa, Caldwell, those areas.
Okay,
Twin, going the opposite direction, heading towards Utah.
cool. Well, we are really excited to see you February 24th at the South Jordan Community Center at the STF Pro Wrestling Grand Prix event. Are have you how long have you been part of STF?
Since the beginning.
So since last year?
Yep.
Was that the first one? That's amazing. What do you think about STF? How do you feel about the whole
It's a
crew?
different breed from most companies I've worked for. Um, it's been fun. I've gotten to meet a lot of people. Got to make connections with a lot of people, which is always nice. And I've found a lot of people I want to punch in the face.
Ooh. Ooh, I want to know. Can you say it on air?
Oh, it's not a just definite list. It's first come, first serve. First person I see.
You just want to punch him in the face. Anybody? What about me? If you saw
No,
me,
not you, not you. Anyone that's in the professional wrestling organization itself,
mm,
with the exception of our world champion, best world champion we've had, Argus Artois.
mm, August Artois. Are you going to a seminar?
For Austin Aries.
Oh, Austin Aries. I just mixed them up. I apologize. They're
Yeah,
the
maybe. Yeah.
A's in the August and the but August Artois is amazing.
Oh yeah. He's
Amazing.
he's the type of person you can look up to, and if you don't, he'll tell you it's your loss.
Well, I look up to everybody
Well, there's
because
certain
I'm
people I look up
I'm
to.
I'm
Certain
four
people.
I'm 4'7", that's why. physically
Oh,
look up to everybody.
see, my
But
wife's 5'2" and I'm 6'2".
oh wow,
So,
yeah.
yeah, I'm
So
a whole
yeah,
foot taller.
that's about I'm about a foot shorter than everybody or more. But yeah, some people you don't look up to. There's a lot of really arrogant wrestlers out there, don't you agree?
Oh yeah, but I mean, you gotta define arrogance, because knowing your worth and letting everyone know it can come off as arrogance. But if you got it, you got it.
Well, there's like that good positive like persona that you put out, and you got to be badass. That's your drive, right? But have
I've
you run
been,
across people that
I've
are
been,
not badass? Like, have you run across those
yes,
guys?
yeah, I've met some people that we could take it out of the wrestling ring and into the parking lot, and I'd be perfectly fine.
That's
But
cool.
that's just unfortunate. I mean, some people are just going to rub you the wrong way. Um, but a lot of times, certain people just can't take constructive criticism.
Mm. It's like butting heads with people.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much I just go with the flow. I could care whether people like me or not. Like Utah has been the place where I started my career, and I can't tell you how many times I've been cussed out, booed. I had a kid try to attack me in Ogden. Uh, yeah, it's been a trip in Utah. So that's the way I am. The way I am. Like I was on both sides of the coin. I was the one that they would cheer and go crazy for, and then when you start to look out for yourself, all of a sudden it's a problem. But as
So
long as you're
would
doing it
you
for them, they're good.
so would you call yourself a heel or a face?
I I don't consider myself a heel or a face, because I'll fight anybody.
Mm.
I don't care if you're a heel. I don't care if you're a face. Anyone that gets in the ring with me and thinks that they're going to take my Rocky Mountain Championship has another thing coming, because I'm going to
Mm.
destroy them.
So do you think that Miranda Gordy has a chance with this upcoming match that's scheduled for the Rocky Mountain title?
As I've said before, I respect everything that her father has accomplished, and I respect everything that she's accomplished. But there's one thing I respect more, and that's me. So I'm going to walk in with my Rocky Mountain Championship, and I'm going to walk out with my Rocky Mountain Championship. It's nothing personal.
You
It's
got your
just business.
eyes on that championship and you're not going to let it go.
No.
I gotcha. I feel it.
And as much as I
So
hate it to be Miranda, I mean, if it has to be, it has to be. But it's going to be her staring up at the lights. One,
do you
two,
think
three. I'm going home with the gold.
do you think she's going to be a challenge?
I mean, I
She's
never
pretty pro.
underestimate anyone.
She's very pro. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Zoe Starks was her trainer.
I would have to say that when it comes to Miranda Gordy, I'm not going to take her lightly, but I'm
Yeah,
not going to take it easy either. This is
right.
pro wrestling. It ain't ballet. So when she steps between those ropes with me, you're stepping in there with the wolf, the demigod of Midgard, the right hand of Odin himself.
You definitely I'm sure she would appreciate that. I'm sure she would appreciate the fair challenge. Don't go easy on anybody. You want to challenge,
Never.
right? So, what's your dream match? Like who, if you could have a match with anybody, who would it be?
I think if I could have a dream match with anyone, it would probably be Keith Lee.
Really? Why is that?
Um, I met Keith Lee about 4 or 5 years ago. I was working a war show. I actually was in the tag team main event against Juventud Guerrera.
Ooh,
And he went, I believe Keith Lee went against Leo Wolf. And it was one of those like knockdown, drag out fights. Like I was very impressed with his agility and ability as a big man. And that's something I pride myself on, as being a big man, but being able to go out there and go toe to toe with the best of them.
right. How big are you? How much do you weigh?
I am 6'2", 370 pounds.
Ooh, okay. That's pretty good. That's
Some
pretty good.
it's a weird thing. I don't look as big as I am, but I am.
That's cool. So you, well, definitely, and most wrestlers don't. I mean, they're they're ripped. I mean, your muscles heavy.
Oh, I'm
So
not. I'm not a Batista or Orton looking person. I'm more of a what would I say? Abyss type. Like yeah, I'd say like Samoa Joe style. I'm a thick person. Always
okay,
have been my entire life.
nice.
Yeah,
When you
nobody
were
mentions Ryback. At least nobody mentions that man.
I won't talk about him. But hey, so when you were like, how old were you when you got into like started watching wrestling? Were you a kid? Like, what was your inspiration? Who?
Um,
Tell me your story.
I've been watching wrestling since I was, I want to say 4 or 5 with my dad. Um, that was the way me and my dad bonded. Like I grew up watching the Super tapes and the WrestleManias and the Shotgun Saturday nights and all those different older style wrestlings. My dad would watch. I think he still has DVDs of like Ken Pantera and like Superstar Billy Graham. Like just I grew up on the golden era of wrestling, and it's something that I've always bonded with my dad, and I've always wanted to be a pro wrestler. So as soon as I got the opportunity, I just never looked back.
That's amazing. That's great. Is your dad into wrestling at all, or like
Oh
has
yeah,
he ever wrestled?
no, he's just been a big fan for as long as I've known.
So he supports you, and
Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
except for the time I shattered my hip in 8 places.
Ooh, tell me about
Yeah.
this.
Um, Me, myself, and the Lost Soul Garibai. He's a wrestler from Idaho. I wanted to give a shout out to Wrestle Club. If you're ever in Idaho, definitely look up Wrestle Club. You got amazing talent down here. But we were in a tag team title match for the War Tag Team Championships against Spike and Izzy. And I went for my twisting frog splash. Um, I should have gone top rope, but I went mid rope. And when I came down on my right side, and it just, I thought I had dislocated it. So I tried to continue and everything. I had him push me out of the ring, and kind of find out once we got to the hospital, my hip was shattered in 8 places.
Ooh, did you even? Were you surprised?
I was like, I thought I dislocated it. I actually walked out of the arena behind the curtains on my own 2 feet with no one there. I collapsed shortly after, but yeah, I went to the hospital there. It's the one in Murray, right
Okay,
across from the Murray Theater. I think it's Intermountain. They
I
told me I had a
see.
torn
Yeah.
groin, and they gave me crutches and tried to send me home.
Ooh, they didn't do X-rays.
No, it wasn't until Garabai actually yelled at him because I went to get out of the bed and I fell. Like if he wasn't there to catch me, I would have just face planted the floor. So they went back and I think they did a CAT scan or something. And yeah, they came back and they're like, your hips shattered in 8 places. So I spent a couple of
Wow.
weeks out there. I had surgery. I think I was out of wrestling. They told me I'd be out for about a year, 6 months to a year. I'd have to relearn how to walk and everything like that. I was back walking in 3 months, back to wrestling in 4.
Are you serious?
Yes. I did all my physical therapy myself.
So your bones healed in like 3 months. It takes about
Yeah.
6 to 8 weeks for them to heal.
For
Did
them to
you get
heal
right back?
properly.
Were you vulnerable when you were wrestling because of
I mean,
injuries?
I was scared, but I had put my body through what it needed to be prepared at the time. I'm a big fan of Ric Flair, and one of my greatest inspirations was the fact that Ric Flair broke his back in a plane crash that could have ended his career, and this old man is still out there taking bumps.
Yeah, he's amazing.
So it was something I really wanted to do, and I took. I mean, everything properly healed. Like if you look at my in-ring work, nobody can tell that I've broken my hip.
That's amazing. A lot of calcium, a lot of self-care, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was a lot of weightlifting and leg pressing.
So, okay, that's awesome. I mean, I'm glad that you were able to heal that fast. So, if you were ever to break that again, do you think that it would
Oh,
heal as quick?
it'd probably take a lot longer than 3 months this time. I
Yeah.
mean, as we get older, our bodies don't quite heal the same way. So
So this was when you were younger.
yeah, this was 2014. I
Oh,
think 2
okay.
years after I started.
Okay. I'm glad it didn't stop you. Like it looks like you have had an amazing career so far. What have been your most exciting championships? I mean, obviously the Rocky Mountain one and the tag
The
team one.
Rocky Mountain is definitely. I'd have to say the Idaho Heavyweight Championship because it meant a lot to me just because I'd taken it from the Lost Soul Garibai, and a lot of people in Utah know that Garibai and myself were the Lost Colt for years. We represented Idaho in the indie scenes, and he was my partner through thick and thin. When I broke my hip, like he's always had my back. When my mom passed away, he was right here with me.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, my mom passed away, and I had to defend my title. I believe it was against Garibai, and yeah, he definitely took care of me. But it was to be able to go 1-on-1 against him for the heavyweight championship. It's for me, it's like wrestling my brother. I get a chance to, not be the little brother and show the big brother that I can do it.
Hmm. That's dope. And
Yeah.
you did it. You got it.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like
I
you have amazing willpower. You have to.
and
Uh,
especially in wrestling, you just sometimes you got to go the distance and then go some more after that.
what is your end goal? Like, what is like your biggest dream?
Um, I don't know, to be honest. Like I'm living my dream. Every time I get to lace up my boots and step in that ring and perform, I'm living my dream. So
Nice.
I'm perfectly content. Like I want to
So,
learn new things, apply different things because you never stop learning.
if you were asked to go on NXT or WWE, would you?
Me, I mean, I would love to be there one day, but there's tons of guys that are way more talented than I am that should be there. And I feel like when it comes to things like that, I just don't know if that's where my heart truly lies. Like when I was younger, that was the goal was to end up in WWE or TNA or any of them. But that's not saying like if I was offered something, I'm taking it off top. I'm taking it.
Right.
But if that opportunity comes along, it comes along. But I'm not.
You're not
I'm
chasing it.
yeah. Like I'm content with where I am. I'm content with the places I go, the fans I meet, and the wrestlers I meet. I do a lot more than just wrestling. So
What else
uh,
do you do?
I'm a recording artist, and
Okay.
I'm a half owner of Silly Town Records here in Idaho.
Okay. Now, you sent me some of your music, correct?
Yes, yes.
Love it.
Thank
Love
you.
it.
It's taken us
And
years to get to where we are.
you were going to open for Shaggy, but that didn't work out, right?
Yeah, someone got in before us, but we're still
I
going to go out and support.
I
Um,
I didn't know Shaggy was going to be in Idaho.
yeah,
I
he's got two
huge.
shows actually, one in Boise and one in Idaho Falls.
Nice. And he's not really touchdowning in Salt Lake because I haven't heard of it.
I I don't know honestly. I think
Yeah,
he
I'll have to
might.
find out. He was here not too long ago.
Yeah,
Like
a friend of mine
last
went to that show.
it was cool. It turned out really good.
I'm
So
just
are you Juggalo?
uh it's a weird question for me. Like I've been a fan of ICP for a very long time. That's how I got into Tech Nine and artists like that. I would say yes and no. Like I don't paint my face up unless I'm wrestling.
Okay.
Um, but a lot of the artists on their labels they do dark carnival music that's their style.
Okay.
And so like I dip my feet into that style a little bit, but I'm a Cali born native, so my style is kind of its
What
own.
what would you say? How could you describe your style to everybody with your music?
Um, me and my brother we're Hawkstown. We grew up on like the 80s and 90s. Like when I first started listening to music, I wasn't even allowed to listen to rap music. I had to listen to um, Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell, the
No,
Temptations, the
no
Drifters.
sex, no sex, drugs, or rock and roll.
No, it was mostly Motown. Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, One Way, the Cat Band. Like I grew up on more like soul music, which is weird because my favorite music is punk rock and alternative.
Well, if you, I grew up on country and I don't listen to it that much. Like we don't.
I listen to
You
old country.
gravitate.
This
Okay,
new
yeah.
country, new rap, like it seems like music is just taking a downturn. Like half the stuff that gets played
Country rap
nowadays.
is called crap. That's just my opinion.
Well, there's certain people that can get away with it. Like I like Florida Georgia Line. They have a couple songs that I can vibe with. But there's just some of this music out here is just it's made for people that drink hot dog water.
I just drink hot dog water. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, but I get what you're saying. So I have a question. Could you send me a link? Do you have any videos?
Yes, we have performances from the Oasis Festival here in Idaho, the Hive.
Do you have like an official video that I could play? Because if you send it to me, I could play it.
We don't. We're actually within the merger. We just merged a couple months ago, so we're trying to get everybody on track. We're actually getting ready to head down to Idaho Falls to shoot some videos.
Oh, cool.
Cool. As well as I have a couple friends in Utah that I'm going to get with this weekend before
hot dog water.
Something different in the kitchen.
What does it mean in the kitchen?
I definitely want to know that.
I wish Sonny could get on tonight. He's a great host. He's part of our 801 Ring Talk crew. Good to see you up here, Sonny. Answer our question though. What is hot dog water in the kitchen? I'm curious. Is it hot dog water? Like, I don't know. Probably is.
Yeah, I'm just like, that one's kind of
Drink? It's a drink?
Yeah, anybody I've ever seen drink hot dog water didn't have the mental capacity to do a lot of other things.
It sounds kind of inbred, but
a little bit,
a
little too far east for me.
Yeah, but it's a saying, right? Hot dog water, like.
I mean, I say it. I say a lot of things, but I'm a very dark-humored individual, so.
That's cool. That's cool. So you kind of would be a heel, but not really. You're still a good guy, right?
Not really.
Not really a good guy at all.
I don't go out there. When I go out there, like I've been on the receiving end of cheers and standing ovations and everything, but I've also been cussed at and talked about. And so when it comes to the fans, there's only certain fans that I actually care about. The other ones are just, they're fickle.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to do what they want you to do. But the moment you go fine and do what you want to do, all of a sudden you're the bad guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm just me.
Just kill the fun if everyone's like, okay.
Well, I hate baby faces. They're so just, it's all cheery. Like I came out here to destroy someone. I don't care what the fans think. I'm not wrestling the fans.
I'm going to be a referee, which is going to be really interesting.
Steer clear of the corners. That's all I got to say is
I know.
Watch your placing.
It's the dog collar match, so definitely going to be like on the edge,
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see,
Be careful.
Be in the ring. Yeah.
That's just danger written all over it.
Because isn't a dog collar match like the most dangerous match?
One of the most dangerous matches. I mean, you can get choked out. You can get hung with that thing. Like, there's just so much that can go wrong. And if
I'm glad I'm the ref because I'm definitely going to make sure they're okay.
I've done some pretty I think I wrestled for the EPW World Championship and I don't know what kind of match it is. We had TVs and thumbtacks and stairs and tables and it was one for the ages. I
Was
do
there
not like
blood
thumbtacks.
everywhere?
Oh yeah, there was. I remember getting up and just my whole arm was just coated in thumbtacks, my knees, my back. And then I got
Oh,
slammed into the steel steps with thumbtacks in my singlet, so they just lined my back as soon as it hit.
that is awesome and fucked up.
Oh yeah.
But there's no filter on our interviews, just so you know.
Oh,
But
good to know.
I mean, if there's kids watching, please don't follow my example. So I have a question about why you chose Aleric Knight. Aleric is like a Celtic, or no, it's a Goth, like a Visigoth kind of name, isn't it? From like the original Goth warriors.
So this is where my name, me breaking my name down is going to be pretty funny. So, are you familiar with the show Vampire Diaries?
Yes.
That's where I got Alaric from. Was Alaric Saltzman, the vampire hunter. I like the name Alaric.
The vampire hunter. Okay. All right. You like that character? You felt like you could relate to it?
Well, I liked the name. The name just spoke to me. And Knight is actually my mother's maiden name.
Okay.
And so every time I go out there and wrestle, I'm representing my mom. People got
Better.
phones going on.
It sounds like an alarm clock. Do you normally wake up at 7:30?
I work 16-hour days, so I'm usually up by 5 and out the door by 5:20.
I got some bad
That's
news
a,
for you.
what is your career, or what's your
I'm
job?
actually I'm in the healthcare field. I'm a
Oh, okay.
caregiver or res have.
Like CNA?
Kind of. I go in and I sit with participants and I help them do certain things like cook and just help them out.
So like a home care kind of thing.
Yes.
I used to do
In
that.
home.
In home care. I used to go, and man, it's fun because some of those like elderly people are so belligerent and they're so sweet and cute, but they're like, motherfucker, give me my, you know what I mean?
Well,
But
see, I work with younger people, younger than me.
oh, okay. So I'm
Yeah.
curious. I didn't mean to assume that, but
Oh no, there's
okay.
same things apply.
Mm-hmm.
Like he one of my participants, he always has jokes, and some of them are the most morbid jokes I've ever heard in my life. And I've been banned from Facebook a lot for a lot of stuff that I post.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I used to post. I stopped posting it because can't post shows and things when my account's banned.
Yeah.
You called me.
So, what is the most interesting experience you have had in the wrestling? Like the most that just stands out, like the most epic, good, bad, whatever. What was your experience?
I've met a lot of people that I disliked, and I've met a lot of people that I liked. And I think the greatest experience is being able to share the ring with people that I've looked up to, that I've watched on television growing up. Like being able to get in the ring with Juventud Guerrera or Chris Masters is just, for me, it's mind blowing. I never thought I'd get a chance to ever, see these guys in person, let alone be in the same ring as them, or Gangrel. Like it's
Really?
watching these people as I grow up and then being able to share the ring with them. Like it's the greatest feeling in the world.
What was it like with Gangrel?
It was fun. He beat the shit out of my partner. I think Holiday beat the shit out of me.
Holiday did.
Yeah,
Was
she
that
stomped a
recently?
mud hole in my ass and walked it dry.
Damn, she's scary. She's
Yeah,
scary. I saw her at the last event. She's like, you don't want to mess with her.
No, not at all.
Especially when she's like her
I made
face.
the
You know what I
mistake.
mean? She does it. She has this makeup, and she's just like, and she's gonna rip your heart out, like eat it and stuff.
I'm afraid of no one, but I watch her because she hits hard, and that's exactly why I'm not taking Miranda Gordy lightly at all. Is because of Holodead.
Because Holiday
I-
beat your ass.
I hadn't had an ass whooping like that since my mother was alive.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll
rest
never
in
forget that.
peace. Rest in peace, your mother. I'm sorry to hear that she's passed away. How long has it been?
It's been about 3 years now.
Well, that's not a lot of time, so I'm sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, well, my mom prepared me a long time ago. So I'm just doing exactly what she wants me to do, being the man that she expects me to be.
Nice. So Rick, what is your gimmick mainly? Like
I
what?
am my gimmick is, are you familiar with Norse mythology?
Mm-hmm. Very.
I'm the wolf that devours the moon. I'm Hati, son of
Oh,
Fenrir,
okay.
grandson of Loki.
The grandson.
I'm
He
the
was
wolf that
pretty.
chases and devours the moon, and Skull chases and devours the sun. I was actually part
So
of a tag team called the Sons of Ragnarok. It was me and Brocker Boulderson.
nice, nice. The Ragnarok. And like the grandson of Loki was pretty brutal.
Well, his son was Fenrir, which is the wolf that devours Odin. And then Fenrir had two sons, Skull and Hati. During Ragnarok, both of them would be set across. One chases and devours the moon, the other one chases and devours the sun. It's pretty
So
prolific.
you get the moon. So
Rick Knight.
so your gimmick is just like you're the wolf. Like do you have
I'm the
like a
big
wolf?
bad wolf.
Do you have like wolf face and like
Um,
what's
I've
your
had
well
I've had masks and contacts. I just over the years I've just kind of stopped using them. I'm actually looking to get a new mask made.
I can see the wolf in this. I can see it in this picture
I
now.
actually had forgotten my mask that day that we took those
But
pictures.
I still see it in like the face, like in the eyes and the growl. Like that is really wolf like. That makes
It's
sense.
my wolves are my spirit animal.
Okay.
It's
And
the
they're the
animal.
alpha. I mean, it's alpha. So you definitely act like an alpha where you're keeping this title.
Oh,
You know?
my goal is to defeat any and all comers, but I definitely want to finish the story between me and Leo Wolf because it's not over.
When is that going to happen?
I have no idea. But I'm going to start talking to STF promotions about it because I want Leo Wolf one-on-one so we can settle this grudge match once and forever.
What's the history behind this?
So I was actually not in the Rocky Mountain tournament for the championship. Somehow, Leo Wolf got attacked. Somehow. So
You're
with that
smiling about
in
it. You're
mind,
smiling. Like, what happened? How'd you attack her?
well, let's just put it like this. I saw an opportunity and I took it. I've known Leo Wolf for a long time. And from one wolf to another wolf, you never turn your back. Ever.
Hmm.
He did. I ended up the Rocky Mountain heavyweight champion.
So is he? What is he like? Did you put him in submission, or is he going to try and take it back, or like?
I have no idea what he's going to do. I pray he does, though. Even if I have to go to management myself, me and Leo Wolf will finish this once and for all to settle who is the alpha wolf of STF.
So, Darren, I know you're watching. Is this possible? Are you going to get Leo Wolf on one of the next events coming up?
Make it
Or
happen.
is Leo Wolf from Utah, or where is Leo Wolf from?
Oh, yeah, he's definitely from Utah. Originally, don't
Okay.
know. But I know he was the last war heavyweight champion. And we've tussled a couple times, and I've come out on the losing end. So for me, this is all about proving that I am the superior wolf.
And you already have, but if he tries to come back at you, you're just going to put him back in his place.
Well, I want him one-on-one. I'm not gonna hit him from behind with a pipe again. This time I want him face to face. I want him to see what's coming.
Okay.
Like I said,
I want to see this. I'm interested.
My former partner Josh Glade decided that in our match we were supposed to look after each other. He didn't. He ended up rolling me up 1, 2, 3, and that's how he won. And that's actually why I joined with our president, because she came and saw that I was being mistreated, and she guaranteed me that I would get not only my title, but I would get the recognition that I deserve.
So, what's your standpoint on Big Rick Deluxe? Do you like him?
Big Rick. I love Big Rick, but Big Rick gets himself into trouble.
He's got a lot of heat with Nemesis right now, and it's interesting because not just that. He just jumped into the board, you know. I like Rick a lot. I think he's cool, and he's awesome, and he's got me in his corner to help look out for him. But what I just want to know what your standpoint was, because there's some division going on a little bit. I've noticed.
I feel like Big Rick's trying to do more than he can. He's trying to conform people that will not conform. And everything reaches a boiling point. I just hope for his sake that Nemesis goes easy on him.
I don't know. We have an opinion. Rick's getting his head shaved. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to be. It's going to be a fair match. We'll see.
Rick always has an ace up his sleeve. If that's the one thing I could tell Nemesis is Rick didn't get to where he is today by being dumb. As Roddy Piper said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change all the questions. So never count Rick out, because you never know what ace up his sleeve he's holding.
Very true. But he's cool. He's like, if I lose my hair. It's going to be a fair match. He's very diplomatic about it. He's not picking sides or anything. He has a hard time with Nemesis because they give him shit. But
a lot. A lot.
Uh-huh.
But on that same token, Nemesis should be very careful, because you can only back someone into a corner for so long before they strike. So you never know.
True. Very true. Well, we'll just have to see about that one. So how did you find STF? Did they find you? Did you find them? Like,
Darren actually reached out to me. Yeah. Just from hearing the work. I actually started when I first started in Utah. The first official show I was ever on was an internet pay-per-view for Crown Wrestling, which I believe Darren was a part of the heel faction. That was actually the first show I ever did where I was actually in a battle royal. It was the worst match for me ever. Like I bought some pants and I had no shoes, no shirt. My head was nappy. Like I looked like buckwheat out there trying to wrestle. It was not the best. Definitely glad I got new gear. No shoes. I went barefoot, which was a huge mistake. I ended up smacking my ankle because I was in a battle royal and I went over the top and smacked it on the ground and it swole up. It was bad. Fun though, but bad.
So is that just fun, dressing up? Is that one of the funnest parts of being a wrestler? Well, if I would be excited about what I'm going to wear. I'd be like, okay, what am I going to wear? What shoes,
It just depends. Like mine's more of I don't know. My look has changed over the years. I went from shorts and kick pads. I had the almost like the belt and cape that kind of went with it. I've worn masks. I actually wrestled under a gimmick, Kodo Ra. I actually dressed up in a huge black morph suit. I had a cape. I had a mask on. It was yeah. I've done some pretty fun things, but it's kind of hard for me to look different when I'm my size. So,
Why? I mean, you can always have fun with size. You can always
well,
use that.
I'm a very distinctive person. So it's hard for me to not move like me or not act like me or
Oh, you stick to who you are truly.
yeah, like it's hard not to throw my punches or my kicks or be me when I have to try to be someone else and come up with something completely different.
What are some of your signature moves that make you unique?
I've got my night night, which is it's a version of the Cobra Clutch and the Kata Hajime. So it's a mix between Samoa Joe's Kakita Clutch and Sergeant Slaughter's Camel Clutch. That's my
Damn.
signature submission. I have the Mark of Odin, which is basically the Sky High. And then I've got the Den of Wolves, which is a Black Hole Slam.
Nice. So, Den of Wolves, that's cool. I like the names that you have. I can't wait to see these moves in the ring. This is going to be exciting. And I just can't wait to see who's going to take this title. I mean, good luck. And I believe in you. And I also believe in Miranda. So we'll see who could do this.
Like I said, she's got a chance, but it's a very slim chance. Like when it comes to my titles, I will guarantee I'm walking in and out. I always have a plan, and I always have a backup plan to my backup plan. So I'm prepared on all fronts. I just hope she is.
I bet she's watching this right now. Miranda, backup plan. He's got a backup plan. Get a backup plan of his backup plan of the backup plan. There
All
you
I'm
go.
going to tell you, Miranda, is never trust a wolf. Never trust a wolf in sheep's clothing either.
Never trust a dog.
Hey, shut up.
Never trust a dog in cat's clothing. Just kidding. I don't know what I'm saying. But cool. So you're going to be here Saturday, February 24th. Is there anything you want to share with everybody about this show that they should be prepared for with you in the ring?
Be prepared to watch history. And just remember that you always bet on the wolf. I've had so many people doubt me, and I've proved so many people wrong. And this Saturday is no different. I'm going to walk in Rocky Mountain champion, and I'm going to walk out Rocky Mountain champion because I will it, because the All-Father demands it.
Okay, so after your match, I'm going to pull you aside, and we're going to have a little interview, and we'll see what the subject is, whether you have it or you don't. And I also have one more question before we wrap this up, okay?
Okay.
What your theme song is pretty dope. I love it.
It's a sample of Sweet Dreams.
Yes. Why did you choose the Marilyn Manson Sweet Dreams? Why did that? What does that symbolize for you?
It just, to me, it speaks to me. It's something I see myself coming out to the ring. It embodies everything I'm about, which is the dark side. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to be the light, and nobody wants to get dirty, but I'm the only one there that is willing to do what is necessary to be the best. And
so this song, this specific beat, I actually did a cover to Sweet Dreams too. But
did you?
I did it more of like a metal style, like horrorcore metal. Like it wasn't like Marilyn Manson style, and it was really fun. It was like, some of them want to use you. So
that's dope.
Yeah, I love this. I love this. So when you told me about it, I got the beat, and I'm like, I've been jamming to this. I can't wait to hear your intro when you come in.
Thank you.
It gives you chill. It kind of gives you chills a little bit, you know.
That's what I was going for. I wanted the dark element because at the end of the day, my gimmick is a Viking. That's my whole thing. But I'm the big bad wolf. and I'm not huffing and puffing and blowing nobody's house down. I'll take a sledgehammer and destroy it.
Well, it's interesting because Lil Peep, this is kind of like a Lil Peep style, you know. Rest in peace, Lil Peep.
Yeah, it's always sad when an artist goes.
It is. I always see him as a little sheep. I don't know why. So that was kind of interesting contrast, you know. Well, this is exciting. I can't wait to meet you at the STF event. For all of you watching right now, look at the banner scrolling below, and that's where you can get your tickets. And you can also get them at the door. They're just going to be $5 more if you do come to the door. But we are excited to see you guys come out, and excited to see you, Rick Knight. This is going to be dope.
I just want to let everyone out there know that Saturday, I'm going to show you why it's better to be a wolf of Odin than a sheep to the slaughter.
I can't wait to see this. But I don't want to be slaughtered. But I can't wait to see this. No. Well, you have an amazing night. It was great to meet you. And oh wait, yeah, we got a fan here. We got somebody saying, yeah. Oh, it's ZJ. He's part of our crew. Watch out for our crew. Not that you have to watch out for us. Just keep a lookout. We've got ZJ, Sunny, Seth, Wally, Havoc, and myself, Meduzi, and the 801 Ring Talk crew. So you'll see us there, and
I look forward to meeting you in person.
Yes, and I can't wait. I want to hear more of your music, and I would love to discuss that more. Maybe I could get you on Zoetic Promotions interview for your music as well with your members.
That would definitely be amazing.
Yeah. So when you're ready for that, just let me know. And you have an amazing night, and we'll see you in a couple days. All right.